Hello, welcome to the third vlog of Pride. I don't really have a theme for this one, even remotely thought out. I do want to try, there we go, and knock out Hijab Butch Blues today, or at least like most of it. That is my goal. Now, I don't know how feasible that goal will be, so we shall see. But I'm making coffee right now, so this is the Pride coffee blend. Don't look at my face, look at the coffee bag. There we go. That I picked up at the food and wine event. It's really just like regular coffee, but they donated 5% of the proceeds. I mentioned that in the last video, but just thought I would mention it here in case you didn't see that one. But yeah, so this one is like, my last one had kind of a theme. Like I did mostly books that had, actually I did all books that had like flowers in them. Like it was, they had sapphic elements and they had flowers in them. But I just like, I have random audiobooks still. I have this book. I'm still waiting for the Honey Witch because the reviews I've heard of it have been eh. And like I didn't want to get the audiobook if the story wasn't great. Which I know I bought Bloom and I've already given you my thoughts on Bloom, and I know I bought audiobooks for books that I was like disappointed in, but my library actually had it. Like typically I will only get the audiobook for a book that I'm like not sure of if I cannot find it anywhere else, because I get Audible credits, and so I'd rather use the credit for something that I just couldn't find at all. But this, I just got a new audiobook because it was on super sale, so I got the, I think it's Here We Go Again by Allison Cochran, the like road trip one. So I have that. I have Girls Like Girls by Kaylee Cuoco. That's Harley Quinn. Haley, oh gosh, now I'm gonna screw her name. You know who she is. She's very gay. Oh my gosh, why can't I brain? No, what is her freaking name? It's gone to me. It's Girls Like Girls. Her song. She wrote the song Girls Like Girls. And she also wrote a book called Girls Like Girls. I'm going to make fancy coffee. I'll show you what I'm doing in a sec. So, I don't know. I have those. I also have the Her Majesty's Royal Coven, which I am very curious about. And I've had the audiobook for forever. And then I have like graphic novels I want to read. So I just don't know. Because I have like some Harley Quinn books. I think that's why I said Kaylee Cuoco. That I want to get done this month. I want to do like a full reread of this one series by Rachel Allen Stewart. But I'm doing that later in the month, so I haven't decided. But this is the plan for today. I just hit myself with my bookmark. And then tonight, Krista and I are going to the Syracuse Mets Pride Night. And we paid a tiny bit extra so we could get the jerseys. They're like Pride versions of their regular jersey, which is fun. But we can't stay for the whole game because she has overnights. So we're gonna go for as much of the game as we're up to going to. And we're gonna like get park food and eat there. And then Friday, I'm trying to think. Friday, we don't officially have plans. We might do something, I don't know. Saturday is a Pride vendor fair. Yes, I'm doing hand quotes because that's what they're calling it, because they couldn't get the park this year, we think. It's a whole thing. We live in a very red county in New York State. And there were issues, I guess, last year with the Pride event at the park. So they're not doing the color run that they normally do, and they're just doing like a vendor fair downtown. So I don't really know how that's gonna work. We're gonna go, but like downtown is within walking distance of our house, so we're probably just gonna walk down on Saturday. And then Sunday, they're doing this thing that I really liked last year called a tea. And it's at this like, I don't know what to call it exactly. They have an outdoor patio area and they have like a bajillion beverages on tap. And they have this cider I really like that you can't buy locally on tap last year, so I'm just like hoping it's there. But they play music and you can dance and just like hang out. So we're going to that at some time on Sunday, but Sunday is also Father's Day, so like we have to figure that out. But let me show you the coffee I just made. So this, oh, I'm gonna look cute. This kind of was intentional. I picked out the mug first, so this is a Rose Apothecary mug from like, I don't even know where I got this anymore. I didn't get it anywhere exciting. But then I found my Rose Apothecary shirt while I was getting ready, and I was like, oh, I'll just wear it on my cup and I'll take a cute photo at some point today. Just cause. But I gotta go because work is about to start and I already have things to do because I am like fully logged in. I logged in early to get an idea of my day. So I'm gonna go. Then I'll try and read some of this, and I feel like that's it. I'll update you on Hijab Butch Blues. It is a memoir, so it's kind of hard. But I can give general thoughts when I'm further in, I think. But I have started, I am enjoying it. I've learned some stuff about the Quran that influenced Lamia, because the book's by Lamia H. And she's just moved to America. So she was living in an Arab country where she like didn't feel like she really fit in. And while she was in the Arab country, she did realize that she liked women, at the age of 14. There's a whole section on like when I was 14, I realized, but learning that she liked women actually helped her to realize that she wanted to like exist. It's a very expansive like discussion of death, for a little bit, but, we've also learned about jinn, like not the drink, like the entity. And she had a fear of them. And there's not really too much more I can tell you, but she did just get to America, so I am curious. So I will update you later when I'm further in. If I can't get into the zone to like read some of this, I'll probably just put on an audiobook. So I'll update you with whatever I wind up getting into for the rest of the day. So I'm gonna go. I will update you when I have updates, I guess. Hello. Okay, it is right at the start of my lunch break. Krista's not yet home, so I'm doing like a super quick updatey thing. So I have 90 pages left of this. It is interesting, but the problem for me, it is a slight problem. It's not in chronological order, which is fine. Like, I still am following everything, and it is a memoir, so like, it's however you want to tell your own story, and it does work. So a lot of it is relating experiences to like a prophet or someone from the Quran. So that works well. I like the setup, but it's throwing me off because sometimes it'll go forward and then we'll go backward in time and then we'll go forward again. But that's a me thing. So I think some of it is I had read part of it a couple days ago. Like, I've been slowly reading it, and I think if I was reading like one section at a time, because it's divided into parts, I think that would be better. I don't know that it's a book you should like read, put down a lot, just because I think you'd lose the narrative focus of how she's explaining things. So I'm really enjoying it. We are at a part, well, I can't even really say that. We have discussed her queerness, her coming out in certain aspects, living in New York City. I'm at a point where she has sort of fallen for a woman, but she does not know if that, she really does not think that woman is queer at this point, but is still going out on dates in quotes. She's calling them fake dates. So it is very interesting, and I'm really enjoying it, and I'm learning a lot, which I appreciate in a memoir. So I am really enjoying the book. But I would say, again, although maybe if you're good at non-linear storytelling, you would be totally fine. Sometimes I'm fine with it, and sometimes my brain needs it to like focus. And I'm just having to like tell myself like, okay, you already read some stuff from this point. This is a different point. This is a different element of the story. So it's fine. It's just me a little right now. I think my brain's a little tired, even though I've had a lot of coffee, but I am enjoying it. What else? Oh, so I did not fill you in on things that we're watching. So we've been doing these like casual reviews of stuff, and I did say we were going to watch Imagine Me and You, because I was reading Sapphic Floral books last week. Not even last week, this week, in the last vlog, whatever. It is the same week. I literally stopped filming that vlog yesterday and uploaded it today. It's prepped and ready to go. I did all that before work. So, I just have to push like publish, like public. And I'm doing that a little later today. But, we were gonna watch that, and then we wound up hanging out in the bedroom instead. Because Krista had court, and so we wound up just watching League of Their Own, the show, which we really, really like, and we'd been talking about watching it again for months. So we watched that instead. We're on episode 3, but we have seen it before, so that is what we're watching currently. It will get its own review, little posty thing, but it's an incredible show, and you should watch it. What else? Although it got it's so annoying. It was renewed for a second season, and then Amazon casually canceled it and then blamed it on the writer's strike, which is just so annoying. Anyway, So we've been watching that, and then I really wanted to watch this movie on Tubi called Clickbait Unfollowed. I love social media themed horror. Like, it's one of the horror things that I'm like very into, which I just think it's a fun thing. Like, I just enjoy it. Even if it's not very good, I will enjoy it. But that is not the case for this. This was actually very, very good. So Clickbait Unfollowed is written and directed by Melanie Scrivano and Catherine Burrell. And they were both on Winona Earp together. And I know that Melanie has done some other directing, possibly also writing, but I'm not sure. And to my knowledge, this might be Cat Burrell's direct. No, I think she may have directed something for Hallmark. She directed something for Hallmark. I didn't see it, but I believe she directed something for Hallmark. So they wrote and directed this together. And it's basically that these influencers on Loop Look, which I think is supposed to be TikTok, they get these tablets and they're told to go to this like manor, this like mansion. It's very fancy, very bougie. But they can only bring the tablets and like stuff for a week or whatever. Then when they get there, they sign these contracts, and it turns out that they're in a social media contest to the death. And so there's a woman who, I don't even know, we learn her name eventually, but it's not important for this. There's just like a blonde-haired woman, is all I will say, who has invited them. And they have to create content kind of on the fly, and there will be a winner. But there can only be one winner. And one winner. Sorry, I did one with both hands. One winner. And everyone else doesn't get to leave. And you can guess why. It was wild. Kind of gory. Characters were a delight in the fact that they were great stereotypes for this sort of movie. I was having a blast watching it. It was so much fun. Now again, it was on and I had other things going on. So like my focus was not 100% on it. I'm really sorry, but I'm not like a movie review person. I in the past have reviewed some movies, but I'm like a casual watcher of things. But I had it on and it was so much fun, and I would probably watch it again when I can actually like 100% pay attention to it and won't miss like little tiny things, because I'm sure I did, because again, I was doing other things. But it was very, very fun. I highly recommend. And it works for Pride because there's definitely one gay character for sure. And like, we don't know how everyone identifies on it, but that person specifically, I believe, is gay. I don't know that he actually says he's gay, but he's on the poster that Tubi shared, his character. And so it was a fun time. So you should watch it. And it's on Tubi. So it's free. Like, the app is free. It's free. You just have to watch commercials. So it kind of feels like you're watching it on like sci-fi. I would say it feels very sci-fi equivalent. Like if you're watching a movie and there's like commercial breaks at about a television show level. But that was very fun. Anything else that I need to update you on? I think that's it for right now. I don't think I've forgotten anything. If I have, I'll just tell you about it in a later clip. But yeah, Krista is probably gonna be home in the next couple of minutes. And then we're gonna have bagels again because we need to eat them before they go bad. They're rainbow bagels. They're very fun. I have posted them on my Instagram. You've probably seen them. It's a rainbow bagel. You've probably seen a rainbow bagel. We got them at a local-ish place. Oh, and I painted my nails. This is basically what I did last time, except I flipped the blue and the pink, because it was, this is weird, but seeing pink on my thumbs was throwing me off. I don't know why. My nails are normally black, so I put the darker color on my thumbs and index fingers just so I would see darker colors, and hopefully that doesn't throw my brain off. It was just odd because I like don't paint my nails not black very often. So I just thought I would mix it up a little. But I'm gonna go for lunch. I will update you when I can. Definitely goal is to finish this before the day is over. And then I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it. I will go. I will talk to you later. Hello. Okay, my work day is over. Yes, I have makeup on. Behold, it's my bright eye makeup to go with my nails, which are still kind of messy, but meh. So I knocked this out super fast. And work is done and we have to head out, so I have to switch shirts because I'm wearing like a UV protection undershirt to save my skin from burning, and I gotta put my hat on, so I gotta go. But I did finish Hijab Butch Blues. It's not in here. I put it with another library book. It was very good. My thoughts remain the same. definitely, like, I don't read books anyway, but it was a well-written memoir, and I learned a lot about the Quran, and there's a lot of analysis of prophets from the Quran and characters, well, not characters, but like people in the Quran. And then she did her own examination of the Quran and how it relates to her, and so that's how a lot of the story was set up to begin with. But the ending was very good, very interesting. That is her pen name. So she has written the book sort of not anonymously. It's a well-known pen name for her, but she does not reveal her actual name. It is to protect her her identity from her. She's just not coming out to her family. She says she can't. That's not happening. So it was very interesting. I really enjoyed it, so I am very glad that I could find it. My library system happened to have it, and I just like lucked into being able to find it when it popped up on the list, and I was like, ah, that was on my to-read list. So yeah, but I gotta go. So it was a super quick update. Oh, final update number 2, before we rush out to go to the game. I have two Kindle books that suddenly showed up on Kindle Unlimited, and I'm very excited about. So Night's Edge, which I know is queer and has vampires, and Knock Knock Open Wide, which is also queer and sounds very interesting. They are both suddenly on Kindle Unlimited, so I'm gonna read those this week. Like, I definitely am, because I've wanted to read them. So many people have been reading Knock Knock Open Wide, and I'm so curious based on the premise, and I can read it with my Kindle Unlimited. And I had 2 other books on there already that I want to read, so I'll probably try and knock those out pretty soon. But yes, I'm very excited that I can read both of those. But gotta go, things to do. Maybe I'll talk to you in the car, I'm not sure, but I will talk to you at some point about the game later. Either in the car or at the game, or in the car coming home from the game. I don't know. But yeah, update you on Pride Night baseball game things later. Hello, Krista is concentrating on driving because they're doing a ton of construction, so you can see her, but she won't be able to talk to you. So the air conditioning is on really high because we're both very warm from the, yeah, it was just hot. So we're cooling down. But we had to leave the game a little early because Krista has overnights tonight, so we have to be back in our county by 9 p.m. at least. And we're about an hour away, so we had to leave like a little before 8. But the game was really fun. The energy of the ballpark was very cool. They had like vendors, and they did Pride 1911 cider, which Krista very nicely hunted down for me because people were walking around with it and I couldn't find it.
It only took 2 innings.
Oh, I felt so bad because I was like, it's the cider. She went to get pizza and my cider, and then she just like wasn't coming back, and I was like, it's the cider. It's the cider. It's hiding. Because so many people had it, so I assumed that more places like had that cider, especially because 1911 was even there, like giving out samples of said cider. But the game was fun. Technically, if we lived in this county, we could get free tacos because they struck out the Taco Bell K-Batter, I think is what they called him. It's one of those promotions where like if they strike out a certain batter, you get like a free thing. If I remember correctly, the Cincinnati Reds, you get free pizza if they strike out a certain guy, like Mama Rosa's or something like that. I only remember because it never happened when we went. They always make a big deal about it. But we had a lot of fun, and we would go to the Pride game again. So we think next season we'll just prioritize doing the Pride game instead of another game, because this one had like fun music they were playing, and like they have booths for like different vendors and like groups in the area to promote stuff. The gay and lesbian chorus
for Syracuse,
yes, performed the national anthem, which was fun. And just like the vibe of the park was very cool. Like it was a very like fun environment to be in. So we'll probably just do that next year. But we got our free, well, free in quotes. So they're technically giveaway jerseys that say Syracuse Mets, and they have like a Pride sleeve and like a Pride version of like the logo for them. But we paid like $10 extra to ensure that we could pick them up at guest services, which took us like 20 minutes to find.
They're only available to the first 500 people for free.
Yeah.
Or you could pay $10 extra onto your ticket for the giveaway guarantee.
Yeah, so we did that so we could get the jersey, and then they say 24 on the back for 2024 with like a rainbow. It's the Progress Pride flag as letters. But they're really fun and they're really comfy and they're definitely worth more than what we paid for them. So they're really nice.
Took forever to find.
Yeah, we were walking all over the place because guest services is just like sort of a booth, and then guest services didn't even have the shirts. They had them at a folding table next to guest services, and people kept directing us to the wrong place. So like one guy I think was sending us to where season ticket holders get theirs, which was downstairs. Other people were trying to explain, no, you're on the right level, but it's way over there. You walked past it, and I was like, I literally did not see this booth. But we got the jerseys, they're very fun. And then we had pizza and wings and pierogies. We didn't get salt potatoes this time, but next time we're gonna get salt potatoes and hot dogs, or kielbasa's, because I got like a sausage or something last time. And then we'll get pierogies again. But the wings say they're award winning, but they were really greasy, so not our favorite. And the pizza was pretty good. And we had a sliced pizza because we haven't eaten since lunch. We only had bagels for lunch, so we did that. And I had Pride cider and I had regular cider, and Krista had some water. But yeah, so we're just heading home. We thought we'd update you. My makeup held up. My blue nail polish is just like coming off. I have to fix it. I don't know what's going on with it. But yeah, so we're gonna head home, take the pups out, relax for a little bit. Ooh, someone got pulled over. But yeah, we're gonna go. That sports car is lucky. There was like a really fancy, like souped up sports car that just like breezed past the cop before he pulled someone over. But yeah, so it was the night, and I will probably talk to you in the morning. Oh, there was a book vendor, but all the books were like kids books or books I had already read, or I would have stopped to look, but like there wasn't anything that like sparked I need to buy this. But yeah, so they had a lot of cool vendors, a lot of cool stuff. But yeah, so we're gonna head home, take our pups, go to bed pretty soon because it's 8:06 already. Though Krista is on call, so she has to wake up if her phone rings. But I will talk to you later. Bye. Hello! I am wearing this very fun shirt that did I get this the first year of Klexicon? Probably. Okay, so this is like a queer shirt. Though I think it's only female ships, and I probably can't identify them all for you, but it's fun and cute. And I don't know if I can back up far enough for you to see them. Oh, I can do this. I'm wearing these fun shorts. It is super hot today. Yesterday was so wild because it was like cool in the morning, and then it got so hot by the time we got to the ball game, which I already talked about how hot it was. But today, I promise you will not just get office updates. I do promise. I promise this so much. But this is the easiest spot to put you right now. Also, it's like right at the start of lunch break again, so I'm doing this super fast so I can go down and unlock the door for Krista because she doesn't have Huskies with her. It's a whole thing. But I wanted to give you brief updates on things I have watched. So the main queer thing that I had on today is Scream Queen My Nightmare on Elm Street, about, oh my gosh, the lead from Nightmare on Elm Street 2. So I have, oddly enough, heard about this documentary about a bajillion times in podcasts, in a number of things, but I've never watched it. And I think I never watched it because I didn't know where to watch it. And yesterday I mentioned that I watched a movie on Tubi, and it turns out it's in the Pride Month section for Tubi. So I had that on today because briefly I'm in like a memoir-y sort of reading feeling. So I finished Hijab Butch Blues, which I told you yesterday. We might be getting mail, so I'm gonna be quick. And then I really wanted to reread Fun Home. Like, I've been thinking about it all month, and I was like, I have not read that in so long. So I did actually, before work, reread all of Fun Home. This is a very good graphic novel all about Allison. I think it's I can't remember if it's Bechdel or Bechdel because it's the Bechdel test, so I'm not sure. Though, okay, so Fun Home is the sort of autobiography, memoir-esque comic. What do they call it? Do they call it a memoir? Let's see. No, it was just for best book of the year, but it doesn't say. I'm gonna call it an autobiography because it's about her relationship with her father, and then, oh yes, a delivery is coming or something. Chloe is barking a lot. But she also wrote one about her mother, but I don't own that one. So ages ago, I got this. This is really hard to show because it has the shiny photo. I'm gonna do this so it doesn't blind you. There we go. I got this at a half-price bookstore a very long time ago, and I read it a very long time ago, and I just was like thinking about it because I hadn't read it in so long. So as I've already read it, I remembered some things, but it's been so long I didn't. A lot of it involves documenting Allison's life and then also discussing their life in relationship to their father. Her life? Her? Yes, her. And a lot of it stems from the fact that her father was, in some cases, very similar to her, and she was actually similar to her father, but because the relationship was sort of contentious, that was all very difficult to analyze while you're going through it. And then looking back, she discusses moments where she realized that they were similar. There's a discussion of her belief that her father was gay, and how that relates to her own identity as a lesbian. So it's very interesting. It does discuss sort of like gender presentation and some other things. I just really enjoy it. I know it got a musical. I need to track down the music to see if I can find it. So I just really wanted to reread it, so I did. The art's also very cool. It reminds me a little bit of the art in Mimosa, which I recently read. Oh gosh, who wrote that? Oh, now I can't remember. I can only remember their like internet name, and that's not their real name. So Mimosa, which is a queer comic. The art coloring is very similar. The art style itself isn't as similar, but they use a lot of like bluish, tealish tones. So I did reread that. And then the Scream Queen documentary was very interesting. I actually appreciated the ending a lot. A lot of the discussion goes into how Mark Patton basically left Hollywood upon, in a sense, being outed by the gay subtext of Nightmare on Elm Street 2. Now, that gets a little contentious because the director says he did not really know that they were doing some things that we construed as as a homosexual thing, or like homoerotic. Like, he didn't know that the bar they filmed at was a gay bar. He was told it was something else, and he just didn't understand. And then Mark points out, when he's talking to the writer, who he has the most issues with and brings them up the most in the documentary, that no one really pulled him aside and said like, oh, maybe you shouldn't do that, or maybe not. Now, they did stop a specific scene from being in the film in which Freddy Krueger was going to rub his like thumb claw. I think it's the thumb. No, it doesn't have a thumb. One of his knives, stabby things, along Mark's mouth. And that was pulled. He was like, we cannot have that. Like, we're not doing that. Don't do that. Don't let him put the claw in your mouth. Like, that's too much. So, like, discussions were happening. But then there's this element where he's like, well, we did this. And no one said, like, no, we shouldn't do that. And the writer's like, but that's not my job. Like, I wrote it. And, like, you didn't do a scene I wrote. You wanted to do something else. And then the director should have been the one to tell you, like, maybe this is too much. So it does get a little interesting. The positive of the entire documentary is that he does get closure. He says that he does see that some of what he felt he really put on the writer when he thinks it was not all his fault that the movie became so homoerotic and was viewed that way. And they do kind of like bury the hatchet, sort of. We also get to see people who absolutely love the movie and who related to the movie and like felt seen by the movie and like had crushes on Jesse and all of this stuff. So I thought it was really enjoyable. It also worked very well as something you don't have to actively look at, which is a plus for me, because I just had it on in the morning before work, and then I finished it up, but I didn't have to look at it all the time, which is ideal for when I'm watching sort of a documentary kind of thing, because it feels kind of like a podcast, which I listen to a lot during work. That's really just something for if you want to have some sound on during your work and you want it to be something interesting or in theme for something. So that was a plus. The visuals are good. I did like pause and look at some stuff, or like go back if I thought I'd missed something, because they go to some horror cons and they show some clips from the movie. But overall, it was a very solid watch. And I'm glad I was able to find it, because I wore my Nightmare on Elm Street 2 shirt in the last video and I didn't even know that it was on anything. So yes, so I finished Fun Home. My plan later, when I have free time, I don't know, I want to start Night's Edge, but I also want to start Knock Knock Open Wide, and I can't decide which one I want to start first. I'll figure that out. I will come up with that. I also need to, yeah, it's just those. I have to decide. I also think this weekend I'm going to try and watch Bride of Chucky and Seed of Chucky, because they are very queer to me. So Seed of Chucky is the queerest of them. And then Bride of Chucky does have a gay character. Now the show itself, Chucky, is like the most epitome of queer that you can get for Chucky stuff. But Seed of Chucky is just so campy and wild. And I have oddly fond memories of watching it on like VH1 when they aired it continuously at night, because it was like the only thing we had the rights to for an extended period of time. I just remember being on all the time. And then Bride of Chucky, I had only actually seen like recently-ish, like end of last year, because I watched some of the Chucky movies and then couldn't find any more. Like the place I rented them from didn't have them anymore. And then when I had tried to watch horror movies on streaming, I couldn't find it, and then I found it last year. So I was able to like finish the franchise, so that's fun. But I really want to watch that one because I really like Bride. Tiffany is so fun in that, and Tiffany is bisexual, or I'm gonna call her bisexual because I can, but in the show she is very invested in her relationship with a certain character, and I'm not gonna say because I don't want to spoil the show, but there's a certain character she has a relationship with. But I'm gonna go because I should go. Krista should be home very, very soon. She was gonna call me if I wasn't down to unlock the door, so I should go. But I will update you on whatever book I get into next. It'll be one or the other. I haven't decided. I will figure that out. But yes, so book updates to come. Hello. Okay, so I have a big cardboard box next to me that you can kind of see. It is the end of the workday, and Krista surprised me with a big box of stuff at lunch, and I thought I would show it to you because it's all coffee, and I love coffee. So I'm trying to sort them. I think it's one of everything except one specific thing. So all the coffee that she got me is from Joffrey's. I also have a book update for you, I promise. But I'm gonna show you the coffee. So first up is part of Your World blend for live action Little Mermaid. I'm going to cover my face a lot. Also, you might see a flying cat. Let's see. Is it gonna focus? This is always so tricky. Don't look at my face. Look at her face. There you go. Okay, so that is the Little Mermaid one. It smells really good. We have another bag of this that I think she got as like a free add-on bag a while back, and I haven't had it yet, but it smells super good. This is one I've actually tried before, but we really like this one. So it's the Hoppity Ever After. It is an Easter blend. I think that focused. We got this at TJ Maxx. It was really good. Like, I really like the flavor of it. So I am very glad that you got this one because it was really good, and I could only get one bag. Then this is like a standard coffee. It smells good. It kind of smells like the Pride blend I'm using right now, but this is the current Disney Resort blend. So this is the standard one that they use for the parks. Then do this one next. So this one also smells really good. So Krista almost bought this for me a while ago, but this is Ursula's Cauldron Brew. And they all have scent notes, but this one is flavor notes of coconut and milk chocolate. Oh, I didn't tell you, the Easter one is caramel and dark chocolate, so I'm curious if they taste. No, they would not taste anything alike. Don't listen to me, I'm a little tired. And then the Little Mermaid one is sweet cane sugar, caramel, and vanilla. The other one is just, they tell you where the beans are from, which meh, I don't really care where the beans are from. In terms of like, I never pay attention to like the location of the bean. Then this one smells really good too. They always smell really good. Cinderella Ballroom Brew Midnight Dance with floral notes of vanilla custard and caramel. So that's Ariel. Or, oh my goodness, I told you I'm tired. Cinderella. And then the reason she was ordering coffee at all is because my favorite princess got her own blend of coffee. Oh, it smells so, so good. I'm so looking forward to using this one. So Tiana Bayou Beignet is a decadent delight with flavor notes of honey and powdered sugar. And this smells amazing. They released the Cinderella one, and I think there was a Belle one. Maybe not. There was another princess that they released all three like as a set. But one of them, I want to say it's the one she did not get, is the one that I was like, I don't know that I want that one. This is perfect. I'm very excited for the Tiana one, and really for all of them. But I remember thinking the Ursula one and the Tiana one sounded good specifically. So now I have plenty of like summery coffee. I bet you I could drink some of these cold and they would taste good. Should keep that in mind. July, I'm going to be drinking some like Halloweeny coffee for Summerween, because I am doing Summerween. It's hosted by Gabby Reeds. So I have some Halloween coffee lined up for that. But I'm also definitely going to mix some of these in once the Summerween reading thing is over. But I said book update, so put these back in while I talk. I am a little ways into Knight's Edge, and I'm really, really liking it. So Mia is our main character, and the story is told between 2010 so far and present day. So this I don't think is a spoiler. Again, when I do an audiobook or a Kindle book, I don't really read the synopses. Almost never. Like, I just don't typically read them. So then I don't know what's in the like end page, like that would be on the back cover or whatever. But from other reviews I've heard, I don't think I'm spoiling anything. So Mia, in 2010, her mom is bitten and infected with the, oh, I'm gonna say it wrong. So I'm just gonna say Sarah, because that's what they keep saying. Like the 4-letter word. Syndrome is what it's called. It's basically vampirism. She has to drink 1/4 of a quart of blood. I believe that's the terminology, to survive. And at this point in her life, Mia is her blood donor. Like, Mia provides her blood every day. Mia has basically had to take care of her mother in some capacity since 2010. So where we are right now, the mom had a boyfriend, and he is actually the one who did this to her. And he was like helping her, in quotes. And now the through line of that is that he may be back. So that's like the connecting point between 2010 and present. I'm gonna cough. And then the other element that is super interesting is we've already gotten a queer couple. So her boss is gay. So she's married, she has a wife. But Mia has like suddenly like has a panic attack at a Starbucks while trying to order, get a gift card. Cause she like suddenly like is there's a fly in here and I can hear it, is like overwhelmed with like feelings for this girl. And she immediately thinks that she's a Sarah. I'm gonna say Sarah, not Sarah, because I think it's Sarah. But she's suddenly like, oh, she's obviously Sarah because like I feel things for her. And that's what Sarahs do. Like their pheromones attract you, like, cause they're a predator. Think of it like a plant, like the Venus flytrap. It sucks the things in by smelling good to a bug. But she's like, she has to be, but it's during the day. And then she, in that point, at a certain point, does realize that Coffee Girl, not a Sarah. She's just attracted to Coffee Girl. But because she's been taking care of her mom and so worried about her mom, she has never really like examined her own feelings, done anything. Like, she's never had alcohol, and she's 23, because her mom can't drink blood with alcohol in it. She doesn't drink coffee because her mom can't ingest coffee. Like, coffee can't even be in your blood. So if I became a Sarah vampire, we'd all be doomed. Really just me. So that is the setup. She has feelings for a girl named Jade, who is a barista. And that's all I'm gonna really tell you. I'm really enjoying it so far. And I definitely can't wait to see what happens next as I keep going. I do know there's already a sequel out, but I don't know when I'll be able to read it. But I'm really, really, really enjoying this one so far. So I'm very excited to pick this one first. I debated and I went with this one first because I have actually been waiting to read this one longer than Knock Knock Open Wide. So that's why I picked this one. Also, I was kind of in the mood for a vampire thing. But I gotta go. My camera battery is dying. So I will update you when my battery is charged and I have more book updates. Yeah, that's what I'll do. Hello! we are headed to possibly what may be the lamest Pride event. We don't know. It's not in the park. It is downtown. Yes, yeah. There was apparently a bunch of issues last year. There were issues last year when it was at the park. There was an unofficial Trump rally. And they apparently at some point came over and caused a huge issue and the cops got called, so no more park. Okay, is there really voting going on? Should we vote?
Probably.
Well, there you go. But we're gonna go check it out. Again, it may not be very exciting. So I brought the camera in case, and we'll see how that goes. So yeah, I wore a whole outfit that I would have worn to in the park Pride. So we shall see. But yeah, talk to you later.
We love strays and gays. What is it?
That's adorable. I don't know, but we need them. It's the North Country adoption.
Look at that.
That's cute. I'm gonna do a high loop. Okay, no, the lighting is yellow. This is my outfit from today. I have a By Pride shirt that I tie-dyed myself. By Pride shorts from Spencer's. These socks, I don't remember where they're from. I really don't. And then shoes, and then a headband. That is a bandana. And I did By Pride eye makeup, but it's the same makeup I did for the Pride Night game. So the yellow lighting doesn't really matter, you've seen it before. And then By Pride bracelet that Krista won me last year, and this chain link bracelet. I thought I would show you since you didn't get to see my full outfit before, but I'm gonna go because I'm changing. We are home now. We stayed for about half hour. We got food. We went back to another part of downtown and got, Krista technically sort of got bubble tea. They were out of a bunch of stuff because they were slammed all day. And I got a Thai tea and it was okay. It was small. It was bigger than I thought. The dogs are yelling at each other. But it was small, smaller than when it's at the park. Someone there was like, oh no, I think they just want to move it around town. And we were like, no, they don't. But also that woman revealed that our library did drag queen story time. There were free mimosas if you went to the Paddock Mansion, which is a thing in our downtown, like a historic building. And there was some other stuff that went on that we just didn't know about, didn't go to. We can't go to drag story time anyway because we are not kids. But oh my gosh, Kira's being super mouthy, which means they're playing and she's being a jerk. Hi Salem. There's a Salem. But I gotta go. I'm gonna change. We're gonna hang out. I'm gonna take off all my makeup and we're just gonna chill. Oh crap, I bought a blanket. I'll show you in a sec. But I bought a By Pride blanket because someone had one at their stall. It was super cute. But I will show you that in a little bit. But yeah, gotta go, gotta change. Hello, Krista is driving. We are going to Old McDonald's farm for strawberry things. So we got home. I got changed. I showed you my outfit, said I was changing. I'm back in my shirt. Krista has also added a shirt. You were wearing them.
I'm layering my gay.
There you go. Multifaceted gayness. But we watched Girl Trash all night long with the pups, which is, I'm gonna say like a queer classic because it's like a musical, and I feel like a lot of people managed to see it even though it was never widely released. So we watched that because it was on Tubi. I found it while I was watching something else. We watched that, we hung out with the pups, and we decided to run out to get ice cream, and then we'll head back home, do more stuff with the pups. But yeah, that's really it. It was nice watching the movie. And we have it on DVD, so we could have watched it on lap, but since it was free on Tubi, it worked out. Yeah, the first time we saw it, Krista showed it to me on DVD in a hotel room in New York City, and we were not yet dating. But yes, we watched that, and we watched South of Nowhere and Faking It too, because you showed me episodes from each of them, so I would know. And then I borrowed stuff. Stop sign. Yeah, so we're just gonna go get some ice cream at a fancy petting zoo. Kind of. Though we might not really see any animals because you have to pay to go to the animal park. Yeah, so we're gonna head out.
Yeah, we're just gonna go to the store.
Yeah, cafe. We're just going to get ice cream and stuff. So we're headed there. Perhaps I will show you them. There will probably be children, so probably not. We'll just talk to you after.
They can show you the greenery.
Oh yeah, We're in the country. I can show you that. Hold on.
14369
Casually flipping the camera.
On the right.
Yes, we're kind of far out, country-wise. Behold the country.
I'm very jealous of the monster.
Yeah, everyone has really big backyards that we've driven by, and we do not. 'Cause, yeah, houses. There's a lot of trees. A lot of trees. Little houses. A lot of trees. Okay. Well, we will update you when we are done at Old MacDonald, probably.
Hi, kitty. Do you like living on the farm?
It's very tired, that kitty. There's another kitty over there. We're gonna go feed goats.
Oh, go, Bill.
Yep, I'm going.
Get some cones.
Yep, I'm walking. Cones for goats.
With the red fence only.
Yes. Please feed the goats in the red fence area only. I don't even see any goats. I don't want to call the goats. Oh, hi. Oh, you're smart goats. Hi, goats. I can tell. Hi. Hello.
Like a person with foods. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Oh, gosh. Hello. They told me you'd take the cup. You're a huge goat. Oh,
This
you're
one.
a flexi goat. Chaos. Oh, you are a greedy goat. Hi.
Call you foe.
Oh, you're so little. Can I feed the tiny goat? Can you get it, little guy? Or girl? Oh, gosh. There you go. The cup's empty. Hi. You're all very smart. Thank you. Thank you for your presence today.
Bye. Thank you so much.
Bye. Bye-bye. You look crazy. Crazy. You're crazy. Hello. You're a very pretty peacock. If you want grass, apparently Krista has it for you. I'm not feeding you. You're very, very pretty, sir. Your plumage, très lovely. I don't really like birds. You look great though. Really, really glam. Oh, you all have names. Uncle Sam, Sawyer. Watch your little fingers. Yeah, we're gonna go. Cause you're just a bird in a house. Oh, are you coming down? No? Hello? No.
I threw all that grass there.
It's like, I don't care. I'm a peacock. I'm king of this yard. You're not girl peacocks. I have no one to impress. Oh! Little sparrow! Alright, we're gonna keep walking. The peacocks, ladies, they say hi. Not really. But he has 2 peahens, so extra fancy.
Here's 2 reindeers.
Oh! Alright. Oh, there's horses too. So these are the only ones in here. There used to be chickens that had names. Oh, they're bunnies! These are the bunnies. Some bunnies. We can't pick them up, but their crates are open.
Well, I'm gonna start down here and go down.
Okay. Oh! It's so you can pet them. That's nice. Very domesticated. Little bunnies.
Sam's not here.
Sawyer is eating. Nesquik. Hi, Nesquik.
Oh, that's grass for
Do you want to say hi? You're very cute. Can I pet your head? Is that okay? Hi. You're very cute. Snowball. Snowball's the name of the pig that takes over the farm in 1984.
Would you like
Are you trying to take over the farm? Do you have opinions about the farm? No. You just like
if
to.
you would like some grass and you would provide me with a pet,
Oh, Nesquik let me pet his head.
we can make an arrangement. Yeah, there you go. That's all
Nesquik is
yours.
very people-y.
That's all yours, and then I'm just gonna pet you. Very nice.
Oh. Oh, I am coming.
Grass.
Hi, Cadbury. Buster.
Hey, Snowball.
Hi, Ruby. You have a condition called head tilt. Oh, your head is just tilted all the time. I'm sorry. Hello, Max. Yes, as soon as we walked in, you were like, pay attention to me. Hi. He's been pitching a fit this whole time. He kicked his food bowl. He yelled at me. But she has perma head tilt. I didn't know that was a thing a bunny could have. Hello. Max is an attention whore.
And Max is like, I will come out.
No, he keeps almost climbing out of the cage and I'm concerned. We can't pick you up, there are signs.
Hi.
Hi, Ruby. Hello.
Would you like me to get you some grass? Yes. Oh, no, no, don't
Please don't come out.
Don't jump.
We will not be held responsible for missing Maxes. You are very cute though. Pose for camera. Pose for camera. You are glamorous. You are delightful. You really just want me to keep petting your head. Hi. You have cute little blue eyes. Oh, there's a little spring. Grass.
I know it's not wrong. I know it got roots. Don't bite the fingers.
See, this sign literally says he won't hop out, and I don't trust that. I don't trust that at all. You're very cute. Very cute. Oh, are those llamas? I'm not touching them.
Oh, okay.
Okay, alright.
Look, it's right there.
There you go.
It's right there, sir.
We gotta go.
I'm sorry I dropped some. But you were coming way far out.
Yeah, you're really trying to escape. Told you. He's a little wild
Here's
thing.
some grass for you, bub.
Okay. Behold faraway alpacas. Llamas.
Boy.
Huh. This water is murky. You can see little fishies. They're bigger fishies. That one right there looks like a goldfish I used to have. I don't know that you can really see him camera.
Trying to find the frogs.
Oh, I don't see any frogs. Oh, I see 0 frogs. Zero frogs. Not a frog in sight. No frog. A wife with a shake. Oh, you see one?
In the water.
Camera, I don't know. She's oh, I think I see it. Oh, it's very tiny and covered in stuff. I understand. Cute. Goats. Goats. Just giving you a virtual tour of this farm. I'm not zooming in on things. Don't know what to tell you. There's some guys over there.
We're gonna take you on a hayride.
Yes, that is happening. I'm gonna stop recording for a little bit though, till we get closer to something. Hi cows. Are you enjoying a nice nap? You look cozy. You do, you look very cozy. You're also surrounded by goats. Many a goat. You two look cute. Bye cows. Wonder if you're from the dairy farm. You're tagged. There's a dairy farm across the road. Many goats. 2 cows. Assorted foliage. I also lost, well, I didn't really lose my wife. She's giving grass to rabbits. Hello, wife. I said hi to cows, but they're not interested. Oh, yeah.
Max tried to take it.
Max is a tricky, tricky bunny. Hello.
He's like, hello.
I love people.
Okay, so where is reindeer?
Farther back. I think back
This way?
there, but I don't know if we have time to go that far. Alright, gonna turn you off. These are cilantro and paprika. Hi!
I don't like being touched on my face.
Also, a llama named Salsa. Hi Salsa, I'm not touching you. It says not to touch you. I'm not doing it.
I think they're in this one with Santa on it.
Oh, that would make sense. Hi chickens. There are chickens. I don't know if you can see the chickens. Okay, we're walking. We don't want to miss our 5 o'clock tour. Yeah. It's hot. Well, it's sunny. It's not really hot. Alright. Look at the Christmassiness in June. It's a cute little Santa village. Are they playing Christmas music?
It's decorated for Christmas.
Oh, cute. Okay, we're going in. It's also going to be cold. You might not really enjoy this, and I might have to talk really loud. Hi! Oh, hello. Hi. Sven had surgery. We looked this up. So his antlers are a little bit of a mess. And then that is the other one. Jingle Bell. But that's all I'm gonna film in here because Christmas music. Hello. Oh, you guys are so tired. That one looks like Park.
Bye guys, have a good nap.
Bye.
Sorry the seagull stole your food.
Bye guys.
Hello. I'm told one rough day. There you go. Sir?
Are you a sir?
Ma'am?
Cow? Hello little goats. This is like a super cute rainbow archway.
Yeah, really nice.
There's like fake lilacs at the front. So super cute. They're playing cute music.
So
I
pretty.
talked to a goat and then a goat yelled at me. What? Oh, they must have barn cats. Oh, hi chickens.
Cats put the bottom of their paws. They rub off the sweat as a marking mechanism.
Oh my gosh. There's a little dairy cow set up. But they're little baby cows. I'm going to the baby cows. And I'm coughing. Sorry, we had dairy. Hi, little cows. You're very cute. Hello. How are you doing today? Very, very cute. I think you're the only things in here. I have crazy eyes,
Crazy
Daisy.
eyes. I'm gonna touch the top of your head.
Hello.
Hi.
You're licking yourself. Hi.
Don't mean children or put them inside the gate, okay? Don't feed your children to the ponies. Got it. Hey, Poppy, can you come say hi?
Oh. Peanut, are you tricky? Because this is to give you space and you are leaning way out. I have a sneaking suspicion you like to nip people. Sneaking suspicion,
I
sir.
just like to grab onto something as it walks by.
Oh, that's true. Hi, there's a lot of little guys. So, like, do not put your face in their face. Hello. Oh, that's why. Hello. You're all yelling. I understand. Peanut is a former buggy horse from North Carolina. Hello. Hi, are you Ginger Snap?
Rainbow Star.
Hi, Tallulah.
Goodness, you were in a band.
You are a donkey. And you are a donkey. Hello.
Need space. Hi, Peanut.
Hello. You're very important pigs. These are the racing pigs.
Hello.
Hello.
I see 3 of you.
One of you is napping. That's my guess.
Possibly the winner.
Oh, you're pooping. That's lovely. Everybody poops, including pigs, except that looks kind of stuck. We're going to focus on the 2 pigs that aren't pooping. Yeah. Look at the pigs. They're very cute. I think that's all the animals. What's a sign? Some birds.
We're supposed to stay on the side, right?
Yeah, we can't go in. This is for the races, I think. So they like run this maybe? We don't know. We didn't come for the race. It was at noon. We were at Pride. But you guys are very cute. Hello, Chris is driving. We are headed to that is just called the Tea Party. So it's the closing event for Pride at a local like beer garden-y thing. So we're going for a little bit. It ends at 5. We'll probably get there close-ish to 4. We had Father's Day stuff going on today, and then we came home for a little bit because we were very tired. But I did rainbow makeup. I have a bi Pride outfit. Krista has on her matching lesbian jersey. Yeah, so we're gonna head there. I can't really film there because they play a lot of music, and it will be impossible for me not to get music in any clip. So this is all you're getting before. We'll tell you how it went after, but I can't film there. So there you go. We will talk to you in a little bit. Hopefully after we have a little bit of fun with the thing. Great. Hello, I'm very hot. Krista is also very hot, but not because she's warm. I'm hot because I'm warm. We just got done with the tea, and we both danced because they did a, if everyone dances, you all get a drink token. So we danced, and then Krista had to stop for the fast part, but I danced for the fast part since we got drink tokens, and they were filming, like taking some kind of video for the Pride social media or something. They even loaned her a ladder that she was standing on, the person who runs it. But I'm very warm now, and I have had 4 Kneb cranberry ciders, which is a lot for me, as we were only there for an hour. So I'm really bloated. We had 2 drink tokens, and I'd already had 2 ciders. So now I'm tired, full of cider. I need to take off my makeup. I'm so sweaty from the dancing. I also did the Macarena. I did what I could. But yeah, I mean, the food was decent for like a gastropubby thing doing.
Tacos were...
Yeah, they did a themed menu. There were fish tacos, and they were very wet. Like, really, really wet.
They put salsa in them, but they didn't drain the liquid out.
Yeah, they just put really wet salsa on them, and so that didn't really work. The wings were good, but they're really spicy, so I couldn't really eat a lot of them. And so, yeah, so I'm very warm, but we're like super close to our house. It's only like 5 minutes away, if that. So we're gonna go home, I'm gonna change, and then we're just gonna relax for the rest of the night, I think. We gotta take the pups out and give them dinner, so we're gonna do that. Yeah, that's it for today, really. I finished Night's Edge, but I'll fill you in on that tomorrow morning, because I'm tired, and feel like I can better update you on a book tomorrow. So I will talk to you more tomorrow. Hello. Oh, now you're focused. Hi. So before I forget, this is the outfit I wore. So I did this kind of closed over, which is really hot. So I did this with a bi Pride skirt, some fishnets, and then my bi Pride socks and some boots. So that was my outfit for today, the whole thing. Only while we're at the tea, which is so gosh dang hot. I'm gonna go put on like really light pajamas and take off my makeup. Even though I think I did a pretty good job for doing this in about 5 minutes, if that. I wanted to do a rainbow because I did bi Pride twice. So yeah, threw it together super quick. Oh my gosh, I'm so hot. Oh, do you want to be on camera? Salem is very grouchy. She's yelling at me. She has food and water. But I gotta go. I gotta bring Parker in. We're doing outs. But I wanted to show you before I forgot what I was wearing because I'm so hot I need to change. But there you go. But I will talk to you more tomorrow morning about the book I finished, possibly the book I started, depending on if I start Knock Knock Open Wide tonight or not. But yeah, so I'll talk to you at some point later. Bye. Hello. Okay, a heat wave is coming. Today is going to be the coolest day of the week at somewhere in the 80s, and then we're getting super, super, super dang hot for the rest of the week. So this is what I'm wearing for this clip. It says yay for gay, and it has all the different flags. It's so cute. I was gonna wear it for Pride, but I wanted to cover my arms because sun. And then I debated about wearing it to that tea that we went to yesterday, but I wore this last time, and I remember it and the skirt do not play well with each other because, as a fun fact, so do you see how long this shirt is? Like, see how long this is? So my actual torso is like up here, and I kept having to tuck this in to the skirt because the skirt rides like up here on me to fit on my actual like hips. And I remember the gay kept getting cut off, and it just annoyed me that it just basically said yay for and then the idea of gay. So I didn't want to wear it because it was gonna get cut off. So that's why I wore it, the outfit that you saw. Krista actually picked out that outfit because I was like, I don't know what to wear. And she was like, okay, wear that thing you wore for your prospects photo, that book photo you took with your jersey and the mesh, because it'll be cool because it's gonna be really hot. And then she was like, and you can wear shorts. And I was like, oh, I was gonna wear the skirt with shorts underneath it because you dance and stuff, and I very rarely wear that skirt, and it's really cute. So I wore it for that. But you're here for a book update. So Night's Edge, which I finished on Saturday night. There is a sequel that's already out. It is not for free for Kindle Unlimited folks yet, though I may at some point buy it. I have other things I have to read, so I'm focusing on that first. But since this is a sequel, since there will be a sequel, I'm actually kind of surprised. So I don't want to give anything away, and again, I did not read the technical like back material for this. So I'd already kind of set it up. There's this virus, and Mia's mom is infected, and so she's a Sarah, which basically means she's a vampire. So we're getting when she was infected in 2010, and then the present, and then it switches to also, I think it's always just like today. You get the day once, and then it's like those days. And so it's been 13 years, somewhere in that vicinity. I can't remember now, and I returned it on Kindle. But she is in her 20s now, her like mid 20s, and she's just sort of like lived her life for her mom. And the issue is that because they're both sort of forced into loneliness, so her mother can't really go out and interact with people because she could eat them. And Mia hasn't really gone anywhere or done much because she really has to be around for her mom at like a certain hour of the day so she can feed. And then her mom does own a business. Now, as the story progresses, the two are starting to really be at odds because someone from the past has come back and Mia does not trust that person, and her mom keeps interacting with that person. And so Mia thinks they're in danger. And the issue is that, I keep saying the issue, a thing that has occurred for Mia is this specific person from the past has triggered in her elements of PTSD. So something awful happened, and from that point forward, I don't want to call it catastrophizes because that's not really correct, I don't think, but when she and her mom are separated as a child, and even in parts now, she gets very concerned. She doesn't know if her mother is coming back. She doesn't know what her mother is doing. She becomes very concerned. And when she was younger, this would result in her having like full-blown panic attacks. She would not want to be separated from her mother at all. So that was very difficult. I'm also standing. The squeaky sound is my mat thing for my standing desk. But so the two of them have basically been together and aware of wherever like each other is at all times. So that's been their entire setup. But her mother seems to be pulling away, and in reaction, Mia also begins pulling away when she meets Jade. So Jade is this musician who has a temporary job at Starbucks, and Mia actually at some point thinks she's a Sarah and then realizes she's into girls. So a lot of it is Mia actually giving herself the ability to actually go out in the world and experience things. So she has alcohol for the first time. She goes on a date. Like, she does so many things. Some of those are slight spoilers, I'm sure, but I don't know that they really can be. So like, the story is following Mia in her sort of act of rebellion, which is in quotes because her mom is also doing some things where she's not staying in contact with Mia like she's supposed to. Like, their system has kind of broken down, and we're watching as that broken down system unfolds and other events are taking place. So I was very into this story. I was shocked by the ending, is what I will say, and I don't 100% understand how the sequel is happening. I did read the like back matter for the sequel, so like I understand, but I just don't fully get it. But I mean, I do, but like I am so surprised that there is a sequel, and I actually think it might be a trilogy, and I was just sort of shocked. So I'm definitely reading more of this because I'm so curious about this like Sarah thing, how the Sarahs are connected. They mentioned Sarah treatment centers, and I want to know, Sarah, I said it different ways every time. I want to know if those get brought up more. Like, I am so invested in following Mia to see what the heck is going on, because she's the one trying to figure things out. So this universe is wild. I'm really hoping there's more girl crushiness, but it was very good. I would definitely recommend it. And it is very queer. It is a very queer read. I am going to start Knock Knock Open Wide today. I was trying to think if there's anything else. Oh, Krista and I watched Bros and Girl Trash All Night Long. I do not know if I told you about those. Those are completely different, like, films. Girl Trash All Night Long is like an indie musical that came out a ways ago. That was a prequel to a web series I never saw that involved the leads from South of Nowhere, a few folks from the L Word, and some people from this Girl Trash web series that, again, I didn't watch. But the music is very catchy. It's really about there's like a band event. There's like a ton of stuff going on. So it's hard to describe, but it's fun. The music's fun. And then Bros is a romantic comedy with Billy Eichner, and I always forget the other guy's name. He was in Killjoys. He does Hallmark movies. He's done so many things. But they are our romantic leads, and Billy Eichner is basically somebody who doesn't really date, and now this is all like throwing him off. Neither one of them dates. It's again, I can't really describe this one, I think, without like messing some part of the plot up, but Billy Eichner is part of this like LGBTQ plus museum that's trying to open, and he meets Aaron, the other character. So it's Bobby and Aaron. Billy is Bobby and Aaron is the guy whose name I can't remember. They meet at a club, and then ultimately they wind up sort of dating, and it's a lot of the drama of two guys who don't really date trying to figure out how to date, and it's very fun. I have to post a review for Bros on Instagram because we've been doing that. We were also randomly watching some of the L Word, but only because characters show up in season 5 of the L Word or in Girl Trash All Night Long, so we were watching a couple episodes from season 5, but it's not an active rewatch. We did at one point do an active rewatch of the L Word. We were like really dedicated, but we haven't been doing that for a while. But yeah, I think that is all I have for you. I know that was kind of long. I need to get my fan back on because I'm getting hot. I'm also really tired. So I have coffee. Today is the only day. I'm sorry, I'm still yawning. Today is the only day I can probably still drink hot coffee this week. So that's what I'm doing. But I think that's it. I will let you know when I get into Knock Knock Open Wide, and have more thoughts for you. That might be the last book of this video. I'm not sure yet. Krista has court tomorrow, and I don't know how long this is going to take me. So I might add in another book, possibly. But Knock Knock Open Wide is the focus for now. I'll let you know if I add in more books. So yeah, I will talk to you about Knock Knock Open Wide when I'm into it. Hello from my floor. Krista is home sick today, so I made us lunch, and she is lounging with the pups downstairs. We're very happy she's homesick because I get to nap with her. I have been pretty steadily busy at work, but I have managed throughout the course of the day to read about half of Knock Knock Open Wide. Again, I don't read the back matter typically. Haven't looked it up, so I'm gonna try not to spoil things. Though I don't know that I could. Trying to think of the best way. Okay, so basic premise is we have mostly two different timelines. There might be some more. We'll just go with, we have two sets of characters. So we have Attain and her sister Kate, who were very close, did not like their mother. Kate does not live at home. She invites Attain to a party. At that party, Attain becomes engaged to her kind of on and off boyfriend, Barry. And then something very strange happens. Attain goes missing. Now we as the reader get to see what happened kind of to Attain while she was missing. There's a mysterious ring that appears on not just her finger, but I believe on other people's fingers. There's a strange children's television show that was mentioned again briefly and has not yet come back, but I have a feeling it's going to get mentioned again closer to the end, called like Pakeen, something like that. So that exists. It plays a few times. The thing you need to know is Pakeen. Is it Pakeen? Pakeen? It's a word that starts with P. That title character does not typically appear in the show. He is secretly in a box, and that box would have to open for you to see him, and no one has ever seen him, or have they? Bum bum bum. That's my slight teaser. So we have met attaining Kate at the beginning. Then we go to college with Betty, who is not related to either of these women, but Betty is very gay. Betty falls for Aisling, who is the daughter of Attain, but is closer to her aunt, Kate. The entire thing is set in Ireland and Cork, which is part of Ireland, but I know is very specific and has its own things going on from what I remember. There's also like a podcast I listened to that was set in Cork. Yeah, I think it was set in Cork. Like the West Cork Murders or something. Just don't listen to me on that part. I know there was a podcast I listened to about Cork though. The interesting thing is that Aisling has a horrible relationship with her mother, just like Attain and Kate did. But we also learn in the course of the story that Aisling had a twin sister named, oh gosh, reading it is fine. Saying it out loud because Nima, it's probably Nima, has a twin sister. That twin sister I think is kind of important to the story going forward, but there's a twin sister. But there's a number of things. There's a corpse that Attain put in her car one night, the night of that party. There are the events of her disappearance. There is another disappearance. There are strange things. There's discussion of the Fae. There's discussion of changelings. And let me see what else. Betty writes a play about a changeling, I believe. Though that's her plan. I don't know. We've never actually heard the play itself. That she and Aisling starred in. And I feel like that's all I can tell you right now without spoiling something. I will say the show they keep mentioning, the Pakeen, I feel like I'm saying it the same way both times. I don't know. The P named show for children is reminding me of season, so Channel Zero, the first season, Crystal Cove, which is also about a children's television show that seemed to always exist and never have reruns, but also have been on the air for forever, and then it like disappeared and came back, if I remember how that goes. Though on this one, the show has not ended from what I understand, which would be more in line with the show Mr. Magic that appears in the book Mr. Magic. So I don't know. It's odd. I thought the TV show would appear more, and it hasn't really. Like it came up twice. It is important. Like I can tell it's going to be important to the story, but like it showed up twice and then like hasn't come back. So I don't know. I really think it's going to pick up in the second half, but like the story is a lot of like going back and forth between the timelines, and like you're not really sure of certain things. Just a lot of things are happening, and I feel like it's hard to summarize. I am intrigued by it. Like I'm very, very intrigued by everything that's happening. And I'm definitely getting that the Fae are a huge deal because the Fae have been mentioned a number of times. Like folklore has the folklore of the area. And there's like a story, the story of changelings did come up. So I think that's all very important, but I can't tell you exactly how that's gonna go. So yeah, I'm hoping to finish it today so that I can read maybe like something lighter, just because this is, now that it's, I don't want to say it's difficult to read, but because of how the plot is like back in time, forward in time, back in time, forward in time, it feels dense. not bad, but like you have to pay attention. You need to read all of the chapter headers. And it's so odd to me that you have to like that it's jumping back and forth. Like I get it, it's working. I am definitely invested in the story, but it was not exactly what I was expecting, I guess. So yeah, there is that. Also, this is so random, but I forgot to mention this. When I was reading Knight's Edge, I read it on Kindle Unlimited, and I am curious about something that happened in that, editing wise. So it was in a chapter where Mia and Jade are with each other, and Jade offers Mia her vape. And in that chapter, it said, so it kind of had two versions of the same sentence back to back, which was obviously like an editing error. So it said like, no, it's not tobacco, it's weed, and it's peach flavored. And then right after that, it said, oh, don't worry, it's just tobacco, there's nothing else, and it's orange flavored, or something like that. And it was definitely the same sentence retooled, but left in. And I'm wondering if that happened in the actual physical book, or if it was just an issue with the like Kindle version. There was also a D missing on, so this was interesting because I already know that the second book is out, but because in the Kindle one, it actually says that the second one is not coming out until winter of 2024, and there was a D missing from read in the it said like read the excerpt, but it just said read the excerpt, not expert. And then it said it wasn't coming out until the winter. So does that mean the digital copy's not coming out until the winter? But no, the digital one is out. So like, I'm almost wondering if the Kindle version was prepped and edited and ready to go before the physical one was, so they could get it out for early reading, and then maybe they didn't catch a couple edits or like didn't change it after the fact. As a weird fun fact, I know that if you make a digital book, like a Kindle book, it's a different file type than the physical, like printed media. So I'm just wondering if the printed media file got updated for release, but then the Kindle Unlimited one never did, because there's like a whole process for that. I just happened to know this because I was looking up stuff about how like you write a book and the differences between like posting it, self-publishing it like physically versus digitally. And there's like a whole process if you do Kindle Unlimited. But yeah, so I'm just wondering if like that's what happened. Like they edited the physical book for official release, but because the digital one had to exist earlier for like arcs and stuff, like NetGalley and things like that, because I believe you can use the same type of file. Like if they just didn't edit it again to update like the release of the sequel and stuff like that. So I'm just curious, if you read the physical one, could you tell me if you caught that sentence about the vape? Like if they leave in the longer sentence or the shorter sentence, or if they're still both there in the physical one, and if the physical one mentions the release date of the second book being in winter of this year as opposed to summer, which I think is when it came out, maybe even in spring. But yeah, I'm just curious. Anyway, I gotta go. But I wanted to give you my thoughts on Knock Knock Open Wide, which I am interested in, but also like can't figure out how to tell you anything about really, without possibly spoiling it or just not being clear, because it's definitely feeling very like of the Fae in a way that I'm like, is this like speculative? Like how would I explain this? Because it doesn't feel fantasy to me, which is good because sometimes fantasy loses me. I was fine with like Bookshops and Bone Dust and Legends and Lattes because it was like cozy, but sometimes fantasy will lose me if it's not like urban fantasy, and so I'm just like, it's not really fantasy. It almost feels like true crime with a fantastical element in it, like speculative true crime fiction. I don't know how to explain this, but anyway, I'm gonna go because I got stuff to do, but I wanted to update you because I promised I would. So yeah, I will talk to you later, possibly tonight when I'm making dinner, because maybe by that point in the day I'll have been able to finish this. So yeah, I will update you with more Knock Knock Open Wide when I have more thoughts on it. I promise not to spoil it, or I will try not to spoil it. I don't know if it's a spoiler or not, so alright, talk to you in a bit. Hello, I'm going to be cutting carrots for dinner, but I want to give you my thoughts on Knock Knock Open Wide, which are very confounding. So I actually read the author note at the end, and it does say it draws from actual like Irish folklore, which makes sense. But then like H.P. Lovecraft is involved and Stephen King, and admittedly, I can very much see the H.P. Lovecraft in this. More so than Stephen King, I think, but I do get Lovecraftian. So I would say, even though it's not, it does give like a cosmic horror vibe the farther you get in. Specifically, like the end of the book does give very cosmic horror. I think it was interesting, but I'm kind of annoyed because I guess not in a bad way, but like if a creepy television show is going to be part of the plot, I want it to be more of the plot. Like, it showed up for a little bit, and it comes, so I was right, it did come back near the end. Oh, dogs are doing stuff. I'll be quick. But, like, it came back up, but not very long, and then it, like, transitioned into something else, and we kind of had a character who had scenes throughout the book who just kind of, like, isn't there at a certain point. So that kind of just sort of disappeared. So like, I think the way it was set up overall was good, but I think I just wish the kids show had been in it more. Like, if that was going to be so key to part of it, I wish we could have gotten into that more. Like, so Aisling does mention that she wants to work in children's television early on in the book. And then, like, she doesn't actually say the show specifically, but then we have Betty, who thinks of the show. But what's interesting is, like, Aisling doesn't really mention it, and it's in part because it ties into other things. So they can't, like, do some reveal-y stuff if she really gets into it, but I just feel like it was a missed opportunity. Like, we could have gone more into that and less into the, like, random people dying thing that sort of happens. I feel like it's not really a spoiler because I'm not telling you who or why or what, because it just sort of, like, randomly happens throughout, and they're not even, like, characters you know, really. There's just, like, discussions of death. So I don't know. I feel like it was interesting. I was digging the, like, setup of the book, and I really liked Aisling and Betty. Like, I really enjoyed them. But I just think, like, I just wish we would have gotten more with, like, Attain maybe, and more about the show. I just wish the show had been more of a throughway throughout instead of, like, a thing that just sort of, like, appeared and disappeared. Especially because I know it's in the description because people mentioned it in all of their, like, this is the plot videos. I just feel like it wasn't in there enough. Like, if you're giving me a creepy TV show, give me a creepy TV show. Because I love a creepy TV show moment. That's primarily why I even watched Channel Zero Crystal Cove, because I didn't actually watch any seasons after that. I just watched that one. This keeps going in and out of focus because I keep looking down. So yeah, those are my general thoughts. I still think, like, if you're interested, you should read it, because I don't ever want to tell someone not to read a book, except I think I told people not to read Poor Little Things or whatever, the book that inspired that Emma Stone movie, because it's a crap book. I don't like it. It's my personal opinion, but I didn't like it. But, like, normally I wouldn't dissuade you from reading a book, and I still wouldn't dissuade you from reading that. I lost Karen. But I would just say, like, I don't know. This one I would say, like, still read, but maybe keep in mind that, like, the kids' TV show is kind of a part of it, but not as crucial throughout. Like, it's not consistent throughout, I think is what took away from it for me, because I was hoping it would be, like, a more consistent thing. Like, she was studying it in school or, like, watching it all the time, and that's not really what's happening. But still, it was interesting. Like, I was into it, and I appreciate that it was a queer couple at the core. The TV is playing a show, so I'm gonna hurry up. So for other stuff, I was on Kindle Unlimited, and a bunch of stuff is just, like, available now. So Nat Cassidy's Nestlings is, but I don't believe that's queer at all, so I'm gonna hold off and read that either for Summerween or just in July. But this book I wanted to read, which is, I guess, actually a novella, Honey Bloods, is up and it sounds really good. So I'm probably gonna read that tomorrow. I have that one audiobook I haven't gotten to, Girls Like Girls. So I might pop that on tomorrow because it's really short. So I think that's the plan, but I gotta make dinner. I'm having carrots. We're doing steaks, but I gotta cook. So I just wanted to give you my thoughts. I would say it is an interesting book. Just maybe make sure you're paying attention. Audiobook might be tricky for that unless you're like super paying attention because of all the timeline shifts. So like physically reading is probably ideal for that. But yeah, so those are my thoughts. It's interesting. Wish there'd be more of the creepy television show. But yeah, so I will talk to you probably tomorrow, where I'll definitely be wearing a tank top because it's gonna be really, really, really hot for like the next 5 days. So yeah, talk to you later in the morning, hopefully before it gets wildly hot. Hello, I told you I was going to be wearing a tank top. It is already pretty hot. It's really muggy because it thunderstormed all night. And I have makeup on solely because I had to do that bounding challenge I think I mentioned. I did King Valkyrie in her technically Phantom of the Opera outfit, but I used a Hadestown sweatshirt because they're similar. And then I did Loki in his TVA getup because I have the shirt. And I bought some pants a while ago, so I have makeup on from that. But my hair was down and I put it up because it's too hot. I'm wearing a David tank top that says I like the wine, not the label, and I'm still wearing my Thor. Technically they're boxers, but they're shorts consistency and it's hot, so that's what I'm wearing for work. I'm grabbing iced coffee, so actually let me do that. We're just gonna prop you up in here. Hi, you got real close to my face, sorry. Hi, you're gonna live right there for a sec. I'm gonna grab my coffee. Anyway, you can still see me. Oh gosh, there's so many things in here. We went to that food and wine thing and we just have random wine in random places in the fridge. Oh good lord. Okay, coffee. All right, now I'm back. But I have coffee now. I'm gonna put it in a cup. But last night I actually read a novella called Honeybloods that has been coming up on my suggested for you because I looked up Honey Witch, and I think I mentioned this, but I'm not buying it audibly or physically. My library has a copy. I'm just like still waiting. I've been number 2 on the wait list for a month, so I'm just waiting for that to come in. I was gonna read it for Pride, but if it doesn't come in on time, it's fine. I'll just read it when it comes in. Unless it's during Summerween, and then I'll read it after. But I read Honeybloods, which is a novella about Sadie and Honey. So Honey is actually a character's name. Honey gets turned into a vampire, and she and Sadie go on a quest to find the band that turned her. And we meet some people along the way who apparently tie into another set of books that this same author wrote. It's like I.S. Bell, like Isabel. But she wrote one series and then wrote this one, and in this one they're like road tripping. Honey has to feed, and the reason that Honey has come to Sadie is because they were best friends for a really long time. Then right before high school they kind of like got into a fight and their friendship ended. So they though had made a blood pact a long time ago, and so Honey is calling in the blood pact and asking Sadie to help her bury a dead body, and then everything goes from there. It is definitely very Jennifer's Body. Jennifer's Body is listed as like the primary comparison source. She does cross out, which is the thing Jennifer does. There's so like the band taking her and her turning into something very Jennifer's Body. The whole vibe of it is Jennifer's Body, but with vampires. So the second novella was on Kindle Unlimited already, so I'm gonna read that at some point today because they're super short. And then I also really want to read This Is Where We Talk Things Out, because I watched an old Jan video where she was like, oh, this is so good, I'm giving it a 5. And it's a queer author, and I believe the main character is getting married to a woman, but it's a queer author, so I think I'm counting it for Pride. So I want to read that. The downside is that because I'm reading on Kindle Unlimited and I do not feel like inserting covers, I just don't. Sorry, I'm really sorry. When I have the physical books, I normally try and have them, but when I do it on Kindle, I really don't want to hunt down the image and have to lay it in the exact right spot, and I'm not doing it. Sorry. So you just won't see covers. But yeah, the sequel to Honey Bloods is Honey Bites. And then, yeah, so I'll probably read that at some point today because it's super, super short. And then start This Is Where We Talk Things Out. And possibly tomorrow I might hold off and do an audiobook because I need to start compiling the footage on this SD card. And I need to post this on Thursday. And then the next video is probably going to be very Harley and Ivy centric because I have 3 Harley books, 2 of which I've read before, but 1 is new and I've been putting it off. I'm gonna read all 3 of those and then I might add in some other Harley and Ivy stuff. I think that's the plan because I have like a couple Ivy comics, couple Harley comics that I could read. So yes, but for this, the plan is to read Honey Bites at some point because it's so short. This Is Where We Talk Things Out throughout the course of the day, like throughout the night and stuff. And then maybe an audiobook tomorrow. We'll see how I'm feeling. Krista has court tonight, so I'm very sure I'm gonna read some. But I could start an audiobook while I'm cooking dinner. I don't know. It's super, super hot, so we're not really using the oven, but I can use the stove. What did you just jump off of? One of the cats just made a really loud sound. But I gotta get coffee. I gotta get to work. I did all the photos before work. If you go to my Instagram, which is just Cliff Glover After, the photos will be there. We'll be about halfway through the challenge, I think, by the time I post this. But yeah, so it's it. Yeah, you can do Disney characters. You're supposed to do Disney characters, and I'm not doing that. I'm doing Disney characters for some of them, and then some I'm just going completely off book. But yeah, so I gotta get coffee. I gotta go to work. But Honey Bullets was cute. It was a fun time. Again, very easy, very Jennifer's Body-esque. There was some very sweet queer stuff because obviously it's the needy Jennifer vibe, but more gay. So yeah, so that's the setup. If you want like a fun, short Jennifer's Body-esque read, which I've said now 80 times, it's on Kindle Unlimited. The original series, the first book is not, because I was like, oh, maybe I'll read her other one, but you can't read the first book. The first book is like locked. So I was like, oh, like it didn't even say I could get it anywhere. So I don't know. But I'm gonna go get ready for work, put this coffee in a cup instead of drinking it, you know, straight out of this thing. There's too much in here. That would be dangerous. Bye. Hello. This update is going to be super fast because I turned off my fan just for you, because I love you so much, and didn't want you to have to deal with fan sound. Though, if I film anywhere else in the house, you will hear fan sound or air conditioning because again, we're in a heat wave and this is going to last a couple minutes, so I can tell you briefly about Honey Bites because it's a sequel anyway, so I can't tell you some things without spoiling the first one. So in this one, there is a true crime element that connects to something that happens at the end of the first book. A true crime YouTuber actually shows up in their town and is asking lots of questions, doing all these things because there are vampires. A vampire hunter, I think that's what he is, does arrive. And then he is just like very stereotypical vampire hunter, like hat, duster, toothpick, like just very like cowboy, I kill vampires. That shows up. We get more of Honey's current friends who are terrible people. Like the friend she technically like left Sadie for, that Sadie thought she was leaving her for. So we do get that. So we get more insight into those people. We also finally meet Sadie's dad. He makes an appearance because he was away on like a job, I guess. And it's, again, super short. This is my lunch break. Like, it's very, very short. My plan, I already told you this, is to start This Is Where We Talk Things Out at some point today. And try and finish it before the day is over. Yeah, I feel like that's really it. I can't tell you too much more. They like are cute together. There's a little kissing, nothing too like extreme, very like YA novella. But they're cute. It's fun. Honey's a fun character. Sadie is, I would say, more of an interesting character because she is supposed to be like our needy, but is having a lot more issues than Needy did. Whereas Honey is our Jennifer, but is also like more bubbly in general. But it's a fun like little read. I think the next one in the series is out in July or something. Like I clicked on it in Kindle Unlimited, but it wasn't out yet. So I might read that when it comes out. They're just fun. Like I'm guessing it'll tie up in the third one because I think her other series is only 3 little books. But yeah, so that was really it. I just thought I would give you that update because I finished it. The cover of this one, again, I'm not pulling it up for you, I'm sorry, but Honey is specifically in Jennifer Jennifer Schechter is not her name. Jennifer Schechter is from The L Word. Krista and I were watching parts of The L Word. I think I mentioned that already. And now I just have Jenny Schechter in my brain. But Jennifer from Jennifer's Body, she is wearing the pink sweatshirt with hearts all over it. She has that on the cover. But yeah, so that's really it. I'm gonna turn my fan back on because it's hot, dang it. And I'll update you when I have more book things to talk about. So yeah, bye for now. Hello, this is going to be a quick update because I'm hot. My fan is off so that I can do this super quick, but so warm. It got a lot warmer. I'm gonna balance you a little. Okay, so I did finish This Is Where We Talk Things Out, and oh my god, it was also a novella, which I didn't realize, and oh god. So Sylvie and Miller have a contentious relationship. Sylvie is Miller's mother, and Miller is getting married in 2 months to her fiance. It starts with an F, and now like Finley? Her fiance. Just fiance is a woman because you can't tell how I'm spelling fiance by just talking. But they've been together, and Sylvie's mom's been intently reaching out. Like, Miller had kind of cut her out of her life because her mom is pretty toxic, and then she had blocked her. Then her mom kept contacting her from a different number. She blocked her from that number because she just wouldn't stop. She started stalking her on social media, finding her burner accounts, found her job, like insisted on showing up there, and then invited her to a weekend at this cabin. Now, she won't tell her where the cabin is. She just says it's up north, and they're in Quebec. So, Miller agrees to go for just the weekend, and her fiance is kind of like, you shouldn't go. Like, you don't really want to go. Your mom is a lot, and you don't really have a good relationship with her. And I know, like, she's trying, but also, like you said, your mom is not, like, good. Like, it's a lot of, like, your mom is not a good person, and I really don't think you should have her in your life. And she's like, no, I agree, but, like, we're getting married, and no one's gonna be on my side of the altar, so, like, I'm gonna try. So Sylvie and Miller were a little bit closer when Miller's dad was alive, but her dad died after technically Alzheimer's. Technically that is what does it. Yeah. So he had Alzheimer's. It progressed very quickly and he died. So the mom has her own sort of version of reality where she insists she did everything for Miller all the time. Miller never had to work for things, blah, blah, blah. And Miller's like, I had to pay my way through school. Like, I was working every hour of every day. I don't know what you're talking about. Like, you never spent any time with me. I don't know where you're getting this, like, we spent loads of time together. Like, it's so weird. But, like, she's grieving. Like, I'm gonna let it go. And so they wind up at this very, very, very remote cabin in the middle of a snowstorm. And things just get horribly wrong. Like, they get snowed in, odd things start happening, some not intentional. So like the big snowstorm comes, they can't really leave. The house is like a replica of Miller's childhood home, which makes no sense. And just things are very weird. The story is intense. You're constantly concerned about Miller. And it ended in a way that shocked me slightly. I did guess one thing, but like not everything. And oh boy, yeah, I would definitely recommend it. It is a super short read. It's short, but it's so intense. The author does an incredible job. So I really enjoyed that. I also found a book while I was on Kindle. I'm not gonna remember the name of it now because I'm hot and I'm tired. It is after work, but I left all my stuff in here because as soon as work was over, I ran down to take a photo for that photo challenge I mentioned. I decided to do Batwoman. I had to throw the stuff on for it. You can check it out on Instagram. I'm in a dress. But I just like ran down and did that and then ran back up here to fill you in because I had finished the book. I'll update you on the book I picked probably tomorrow morning because I think while Chris is at court, I'm just gonna hang out on the couch with the dogs and read while drinking water, possibly wine. I have a lot of wine. We went to that Food and Wine and I picked up a lot of stuff. So, yeah. So I don't know. I'll probably drink water first and then closer when Krista gets home. Hopefully she gets home pretty quick. Some nights she gets to come home earlier than others. It just really depends. But yeah, we'll see. I'm making a really easy dinner because we don't want to use like the stove a ton, like the oven really, but if I can do stove stuff really fast, then that works out. So we're gonna do a very easy dinner, probably just relax, try and keep cool because it's so hot. But yeah, but I know the book I grabbed has an MLM and vampires in it, and I just can't remember the name. So I'll tell you about it in the morning because I'll knock out some of it tonight, I'm sure. And then that might wind up being the last book of this vlog, and then I might just throw in the audiobook I was talking about, that Girls Like Girls one, for the like mini vlog I'm gonna have to do to finish out the month because of this vlog, the Harley Quinn themed vlog. And then I have days left in June, and so I'm just thinking I'll do like a sort of weekendy, like Thursday to Sunday vlog and post it on like the 1st to finish out the Pride vlogs. And I might just throw some like short stuff in because I have like 2 like cute queer books to read that are female, and then I have that audiobook that I really want to listen to this Pride because I keep putting it off. So yeah, but I will let you know more about the actual book I'm finishing the vlog on tomorrow. I'm hot, I'm tired, my brain is not functioning anymore, so I'm gonna go. But I will talk to you tomorrow morning when I'm probably drinking a lot of iced coffee because of the heat. So yeah, talk to you later. Good morning. So we're very close to the end of this vlog because it's already super long, but I pulled up the title of the book and the author's name because I keep forgetting. So the book I started yesterday is called Pyramidia, I think, by Stephanie Sanders Jacob. And I already kind of explained it to you. I'm farther in, so I'm like 65% in, and it's set in, so this is very fun, so I'm going to tell you this part. So it's set in a place called Bentwood, Ohio. Not Brentwood, Bentwood. I'm getting myself coffee, so I'll be talking to you. I have this, and I think I'm mixing it with another coffee. We'll see. So our main character, oh gosh. Oh my goodness. Why can't I remember her name all of a sudden? I've been reading this book all night. Oh my gosh. My brain be tired. I blame the heat. My brain barely functions when I'm hot. Harriet. Oh my gosh. Okay. So Harriet moves to Bentwood, and she's living in a house that's like in the middle of these woods that are somehow in the middle of the town. So I didn't have enough to finish my glass, so I've been drinking this cold brew, and then the company that I buy ciders from, 1911, they are part of Beacon Skiff. They made a huge announcement that they're selling cold brew now. I think because they were making cold brew, like, this is regular cold brew, there's nothing in this but coffee, not even sweetener, it's just coffee, but they made like a spiked cold brew that they were selling. So, but they want to make the cold brew themselves, so I think they like converted part of the orchard to make cold brew, and so now they're selling it in stores. This is the regular, unadulterated, just cold brew, and they also apparently sell the spiked one in store. I have one in the fridge that was on like a clearance rack, because I think it was a sample they sent to a liquor store, and I was gonna drink it last weekend and I never did, so it's hanging out until like this coming weekend, I think. Where I'll maybe try it. I don't know. I want to try it because I'm intrigued, but also like I don't drink alcoholic coffee very often, so I don't know. But I'm trying just their cold brew mixed with the Stoke. But what I was saying, so Harriet has moved to Bentwood to be a gifted education teacher. Not bad. And she lives in a house that she's renting that belonged to the mother of the landlord in town, and nothing's been changed. The house came furnished. There's like weird stuff, like preserved stuff in the pantries, and she thinks the house is haunted. So that's one of the plots. Then there's someone named Lucy who sells Mary Lane, which, so like it's Mary Jane. It's Mary Jane. Yeah, she sells Mary Jane. And so, but like it's a company called Mary Jane because she keeps being like, "Your friendly Mary Jane dealer." What the heck does she mean? Like, what? and she's like so weirded out when she meets her. But this woman named Lucy sells Mary Jane, which is basically LuLaRoe. It's just leggings and stuff. And then there's another MLM in town called Serenity, and they sell tea. And Harriet winds up involved in Serenity, like part of the MLM, like she's an ascendant, and part of someone's descendant line. But someone dies, which was shocking. But right now she's headed to a cruise, like a Serenity cruise, which, like, those things exist. Like MLMs do cruises and stuff like that to like try and look good. But it's just so, I'm just like so invested. Also, I just think MLMs are wild. So this is like perfect for me because I'm like, one, could be vampires because Lucy says that the Serenity women are not human. The tea does look like blood, like when you steep it. So, but I just like, there's two different MLMs, and now we're focusing just on the one MLM, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is wild. So I'm just having a wild, I've said wild 800 times, a really good time. And it's set in Ohio, which is always a plus. And there was Catherine, who spelled her name like me, randomly for like a hot minute. But yeah, but I gotta go because I gotta start work. But I wanted to update you on this, and I'll let you know my final thoughts, and then that will end the vlog because this vlog is already really long because I started editing it yesterday, and it's like over an hour and a half because we went to so many things. So I'm gonna go, and I'll fill you in on this when I finish it. So I will talk to you later. I will also probably finish this coffee by then, but because it's hot and I really need iced coffee. Right, bye. Hello from awkward bedroom spot. I used this to close out the last video, I think, but my office is hot, and I've been like, I need to be out of my office. Also, it's my lunch break, so I was going to be out of my office anyway, but I came in here because while there's a fan running, it's farther away and it's less loud than the air conditioning unit, and it's cooler in here. So I finished Pyramidia, and I was really enjoying it. I was having a great time, and like I thought the cruise idea was very cool, but then like, so she winds up on a cruise, Harriet, that is run by Serenity, which is like worked, but then they like have stuff happen, and then they I want to say this is kind of a spoiler, but I feel like I should, they basically think she's had a mental breakdown because she like starts saying a bunch of stuff to the crew, and that was, I was like, okay, I mean, that works. But then I was worried the book was going to do the, she's been imagining everything. And I was like, oh, I really don't want that to be the case. Like, I'd be fine if it was like, she was imagining things in a certain sense and then like other things were going on. But then I was like, oh no, are we just going to have it be like, she's having an emotional crisis, like a psychological crisis, and like all of this is in her head. So they didn't do that. So I'm saying that's a positive. But like the end of the book just kind of like, like stuff happens. Like there's a big conclusion-y, there's a fight scene, which you would expect from a vampire book. But like, it was just okay. Like the ending was just, like a bunch of stuff happened with like limited explanation to no explanation. So like, I don't really know how anything works. Like, I don't know how the tea was involved in anything besides being the tea. Like, I'm so confused. Like, the ending just, like, didn't tell me anything. Like, it almost felt like they wanted to set it up for a sequel, but I doubt that's happening. And then I was like, but they didn't tell me anything. Like, everything is so unresolved still. Like, the organization still exists. Like, I was just like, what? Like, I just don't know. Like, I was having such a fun time, and then it just, like, ended. Like, we got some very, like, Buffy training montage stuff that was fun, and then, like, it's kind of gay, I guess, but it's not, like, this is all kinds of spoilery in a sense, but, like, they kiss, and then I'm very sure there's off-page sex. It's, like, very, like, and in the next morning kind of thing. And I was like, okay, so they've had sex. Harriet and, oh gosh, I can't even remember her name now. The beekeeper. But like, it just, nothing felt resolved at all. So like, I don't know. Like, I was having such a good time. I just feel like maybe it was too long, or she didn't know how to end it. Like, it's kind of a downer. I was liking so many of the books I was reading. And like, I was really enjoying the whole like MLM is secretly a vampire coven kind of idea, but like, just poof, like that ending was just like, and we're done. And I was just like, like, we don't get any resolution. We kind of find out about the haunting, but in like a very vague way. Or I guess it's not vague. I don't know. They just don't, it's just weird. I didn't like the ending. And now I'm just kind of like, eh. So this is the end of the vlog. I think I didn't bring my list in here. Okay. So normally I don't do like a big recap, and I'm still not. I'm just trying to remember all the books I read in this. So I read / finished, because I'd started it a little, Hijab Butch Blues, Fun Home. Oh no. Fun Home? What did you read after Fun Home? Come on. You can do it. I'm not gonna remember. I may actually have to go get my list. Let me go get my list. One sec. Hi, I'm back. Okay, I grabbed my list. This is because I'm overheated. When I get hot, I actually don't feel that bad. I'm just like a little warm, and I'm cooling down right now. But my brain is basically soup. So we're good. I got my list. It's in my very fun Louise and Bad Coochie Copy notebook. But here we go. I read Hijab Butch Blues and Fun Home. Both are memoirs. So started off with memoirs, did not stay there. Then Night's Edge, Knock Knock Open Wide, Honey Bloods, Honey Bites, This Is Where We Talk Things Out, and Pyramidia. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Is that 8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 books, which is a lot for 7 days. Especially with all the stuff we had going on. But those are all I read. I do really want to read First Light. I'm gonna wait because I want to knock out some other stuff, and I know it's not included in Kindle Unlimited right now, but I do really want to read it, so I'm just waiting a tiny bit. I feel like the memoirs are memoirs, so like I'm not ranking them with the other books, because I feel like memoirs have their own like feel. I enjoy both of them, but like they're someone's actual life, so I don't want to rank them with fiction books. So both of those, very good. Of the fiction books I read, This Is Where We Talk Things Out and Night's Edge were my favorite. This Is Where We Talk Things Out, though, is a novella. It is a short book, so I mean, I feel like they can be tied. It's just so creepy. And Night's Edge, I really want more of that universe, but there's no, like, I would read more from the This Is Where We Talk Things Out author, but I also would from Night's Edge. So I'm gonna say those two are tied. Then Honey Bloods and Honey Bites were very cute, very fun, but again, they're novellas and they read very YA, which is fine. I like YA, but like, they just felt very YA, but still good. I'd maybe put those together. I'm gonna combine them because they're short and part of a series. So I would say those two together. Let's see. I would say Night's Edge, This Is Where We Talk Things Out are like tied for first for this reading vlog. Then probably Knock Knock Open Wide, which I enjoyed, but there's just a lot happening in that. And there wasn't enough of that TV show. I really wanted more of the TV show. Then the Honey Bloods, 2 books, Honey Bloods and Honey Bites. And then Pyramidia to end it. Ugh, it's such a bummer when you end on like a book that you weren't as jazzed about. I should have read it before This Is Where We Talk Things Out. I will probably put in an audiobook at some point, maybe today, though it wouldn't be in a vlog. I don't know. I also just want to put on like television that I don't have to pay attention to. So we'll see. But I'm gonna go because I need food. And I'm gonna continue to cool down because my office is a little toasty. It's not bad. I actually thought it would be worse, but the temperature, we're in a heat wave and it's like muggy outside, but it's not actively as hot as it was supposed to be, so I'm not complaining. And we have the AC on downstairs for the dogs, so the house itself is keeping pretty cool. My office just doesn't have good ventilation. It's like a whole thing. But yeah, so I'm gonna grab some food and continue to cool down. And the next vlog will be all Harley and Ivy stuff. And I think that'd be fun. I'll read some comics, I'll read that series I was talking about by Rachel Stewart Allen. But I will go. If you've read any of these books, please let me know. I would love to hear your thoughts. If you've read First Light, I don't want spoilers, but did you like it? Was it as good as the first one? Is what I want to know. Yes, so let me know if you have thoughts about any of those. I've never even heard anyone mention Pyramidia, so maybe I just like happened to find it. But if you read that, could you tell me what you thought? Like, were you also kind of thrown by the ending? I just want to talk to someone about it because it was like so good up until like the end of the cruise portion, and then it just kind of like whoop, like tried to tie up real fast, and I just didn't think it caught everything. But I liked the writing. Like it was quick, like it was a fun like popcorn read until the ending where I was just kind of like meh. I don't want to keep going on and on. I did really like the concept. But yes, so hope you enjoyed this very long vlog. I'm sorry, but we did a lot of things. There was a lot of pride and bunnies, a lot of bunnies. So I will see you in the next video. If you like this, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more of these vlogs, please subscribe. I have plenty more pride ones already out. I have more pride ones coming, and I'm posting pride themed pride thing stuff over on Instagram, which is also Cliff Go Ever After. So yes, I think that's it. All right, bye internet people.